Dear friends, good morning. I, Jaswant Singh Kelasia, welcomes you in our YouTube channel, Parad Germinates the Democracy. This channel also having an Hindi version named as Parad Loktantra Ka Ankuran. We are also available on Facebook page and Twitter accounts. Our WhatsApp number is 7646950 I am repeating this number 7646950 Links are given in the descriptions. All these social media platforms are official platform of newly launched political party, Proportional and Rational Representatives Alliance of Democrats. The abbreviation is PARAD. This nomenclature is just like the political parties AIDMK in Tamil Nadu and AIMIM in Andhra Pradesh are there. The Hindi name of this party is लोकतांत्रिकों का समानुपातिक एवं हेतुक प्रतिनिधि जनसमूह. In Hindi, it is also pronounced as Parad. We consider that our this political party is first and the only political party of India. That means all other political parties in India are part and parcel of ruling class of India. We have prepared a very comprehensive vision document of this party. Our party vision document is purely scientific with elementary principles of public representation, democracy and political science. Hence, through this channel, we are presenting the contents of some important chapter of this vision document. In this episode, we are presenting before you the contents of chapter 9. The title of this chapter is The Theorem of the Parad, means in what manner and how this party is emerged. Now I start the contents of this chapter. In this chapter, we shall take help of some academic examples for explain to make understand well about some fundamental and basic things. Here, the question is this: for a group of people and for so many groups of the people, what type and how can be an ideal public representation? In the matter of an ideal representation with respect to the condition where the groups or groups of the people are heterogeneous, the question is also yet that in these heterogeneous conditions, how to ensure a proportional and trustworthy representation to each and every class, group, subgroups, component of groups of the people, and how to ensure participation in conducting the governmental and the administrative activities. The answer of all these questions may be in by selection through sampling system. I repeat this, by selection through sampling system. To understand these things, we are taking a scientific example of soil sampling, which is considered compulsorily for profitable, successful agriculture cropping by Honorable PM Narendra Modi. In a particular agriculture field, what type of nutrients are available in which quantity ratio, so also the soil of this field is alkaline or acidic. To know all these things, it is compulsorily required to get the soil sample for this field according to the procedure determined by the soil scientists. This procedure is called soil sampling. Under this procedure, from all over the entire field, including its subdivision, pits are digged proportionately in sufficient number so that from entire field soil can be taken out in a prescribed method. For all these soil pits, sufficient quantity of soil is taken out. Because in this method, soil taken out is a very bulky in quantity, though for soil testing laboratory only 1 or 1.5 kilogram soil is sufficient, which is filled, sealed and tagged, labeled in polythene bags. Therefore, the soil collected as above, it may be in certain quantity, how can be converted into 1 or 1.5 kilogram, so that this sample quantity may be served as an ideal representative of whole of the soil of the field and then sent to laboratory in the sealed polythene bags. For this, there is a determined method also. The whole heap of the soil laid down on a smooth concrete floor, sufficiently dried off, finally grinded and mixed well, then it is converted further into a heap. This heap is equally divided into 4 equal parts. Amongst all these 4 heaps, 2 opposite side heaps are mixed together very well and remaining 2 heaps are rejected. Then these 2 heaps are further remixed very well and converted into a single heap. This heap now further redivided into 4 equal heaps. Then amongst these 4 heaps, 2 opposite sides heaps are remixed to each other and remaining 2 heaps are rejected. This procedure keep to be continued up till a stage when the last heap reduced to a quantity approximately 1 or 1.5 kilogram. Ultimately, this quantity of soil sample is packed and sealed well, labeled with a tag and sent to the soil testing laboratory. In this academic and classical example, there are some things too worthy of being demonstrated. For obtaining profitable good quality crop with maximum production and good yield in a minimum cost, so also to keep sustainable fertility power of the agriculture field. For all these purposes, it is essential that whatever the soil sample is to be collected from the field, it must be a real representative sample of the soil of that particular agriculture field as described above, so that proper soil sample analysis can be done and soil scientists may recommend proper doses of manures, fertilizers and other desired treatments. Now, opposite to the above condition, if a farmer is uneducated, simple, ignorant, then he, by not following the above mentioned scientific method of soil sampling, took a lump of soil from his agriculture field from one spot and after putting it into polythene bags, labeling and tagging, sent to laboratory for sample analysis. Now, the farmer, according to the analysis and recommendations based on that soil sample, applied fertilizer, manure and other treatments, then definitely the farmer shall face losses in production and yield in one side, and on other side there shall be a risk of losses and or loss of fertility power of the field. It may also converted into a wasteland, etc. What is the importance of a proper real representation? We try to understand with this another example. Suppose a farmer after harvesting go down his grain production in gunny bags or in its own godown. In due time, he required to sell his grain production. Then, from most of the gunny bags, collected a few grains. Then, as a sample of the grain production, goes to wholesale grain market termed as mandi for sale deal. The grain stockist merchant, according to the quality of that grain sample, fix the sale price rate. Then the grain stockist merchant, with full preparation, came to the village godown of the farmer for lifting the grain. The merchant finds that the godowned grain are exactly same in the quality as per the grain sample shown at the time of fixing the rate of the grain. Then merchant take over the grain and make the payment accordingly. Ultimately, the deal, the object is completed. No any dispute, no any complication. In this above example, a different situation may be there. If the farmer take out some grain from a gunny bag, then from this bulk of grain he chooses only good quality grains, throwing out bad quality grains. Then farmer goes to wholesale grain market, bringing with this chosen grain as a sample for the sample of the crop production. Deal with grain merchant, stockist, and fix the rate. After this, the grain merchant came to the village for lifting the godowned grain and payment. But the merchant finds that in the godown the grain are of not that of quality which was shown as sample while fixing the rate. Here, dispute arises and complications occurred. The deal, the object did not complete it. In our general life, we have seen such type of events and things in rural life, in weekly markets. The vendors sell so many daily needs, with grain, cereals, vegetables, etc. in an open ground by making the heap of these goods, etc. Generally, the vendors used to apply a trick for befooling the purchasers in this manner that on this heap of poor quality grains at front side he make a layer of good quality grains, but the grain of this heap is of poor quality. To hide the real quality and to attract the attention of village customers, then vendors sold the grain of poor quality in a high rate, though the vendor delivered the grain from backside of the heap. Due to this malpractice, the customer cheated. In the subject statistics, under the headings and subheadings population size, sample size, mean, mood, median, average, deviation, standard deviation, etc., those fundamental things are being studied. They are all in fact related to the subject of proper, genuine and the proportional representation. Not even this. In our society, there is also a famous proverb which is followed seriously as marital relations and the friendship enmity must be maintained in equal status. In this proverb, the idea are embodied that on all these matters, whatever or whichever the selection is made, it must be similar in our family status. Then what are the reasons that why common masses, those are heterogeneous in several aspects of India, are not capable to send post their real proper public representatives in proportional manner from within themselves for their own selves and for governance administration upon themselves in different constitutional institutions as assembly, in legislative assemblies, in offices and in judiciaries, etc. Though for to make understand well in these regards, we would be needed a very comprehensive descriptions, but due to this, the vision document would be bulky and costly. Hence, we want to avoid this, but it is sufficient and relevant to say that the Indian ruling class, by adopting some proverbs as principles, as you control the brain, then you can control everything else, and tell a lie 1,000 times, it appears as a truth, used to keep in control soul and mind of the common masses. It keeps control over their thinking power also. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar explained this pathetic situation as, in India, the slaves are enjoying the slavery and glorifying their slavery. The Indian ruling class in this 21st century of logic, rational science and technology against the world trend, trapped and entangled, and have made to common masses of India as illogistic, fanatist, orthodox, ritualistic, superstitious, blind faith. The ruling class of India still nowadays consider common masses as subject, that means property of the king. It is not ready to give them human rights, constitutional and legal rights to common masses. It is yet not ready to possess sentiments of equality, fraternity, justice and brotherhood. It is yet not ready to possess sentiments of equality, fraternity, justice and brotherhood. Therefore, our missionaries and active workers shall have to tell and propagate all the fundamental realities amongst the common masses, so that according to the proverb, tell the slave that you are a slave, then the common masses automatically shall revolt against all these components, political parties, organizations of ruling class for their liberation, and then in real sense, real, proportionate and the distributive public representation shall be established, and in real sense democracy shall be established in India. Dear friends, with this we end this episode here. At present, we are not requesting you to subscribe, like or share our this channel, but requesting that kindly view at least 10 to 15 videos of our channel. Then we believe that definitely you shall be subscribe, like and share our channel, and shall be ready to associate with Parat, with missionary zeal. Thanks for being with us and viewing our full episode. Again, thanks. Namaskar.